former law enforcement officers and Navy SEALs working to help locate missing and exploited children. And joining me to discuss the work that this organization is doing is its founder, Joseph Travers. Good morning, Mr. Joseph Travers. Nice to have you on.
Liz, good morning. Thank you.
You know, we've done a few stories with your organization, especially since you're so involved in being present at so many community events. But this is an important time to remind San Diegans about the work that you all do, a group of volunteers who really work to save the life of so many children. This is something that you started, was it back in 2009?
Yes, ma'am. In 2009, really quickly, I read an article about a young girl that went missing in upstate New York, and I thought to myself, after working in policing, specifically with narcotics and gangs in Los Angeles County, I hope that she wasn't taken, because what had happened is the street gangs formed this evil triad with the prison gangs and the cartels to take over the narcotics trafficking trade, but then they segued into the child sex trafficking trade. And the next month after reading that, I read an article about United States Navy SEALs that were going overseas rescuing children. So I reached out to these SEALs and I said, hey guys, do you understand what's happening here in our country with American children? And they had no idea. So we formed this organization, SavedInAmerica.org, and in December 2014, we recovered our first child, a 14-year-old in Oceanside. And since then, the number is now 258.
And it's an alarming reality for so many of us parents, of us families, that this, missing and exploited children, children who are sucked into the world of sex trafficking, is a reality and fresh on the minds, Joseph, of so many Americans and really the world right now. Is child sex trafficking operations, with the recent case of Ghislaine Maxwell having been found guilty of child sex trafficking. This is an important time to remind families and parents that this is happening. And we're learning so much about the way it works, which is so alarming, from peer recruiting to adults, well-known figures in society who have been accused and found guilty of grooming young women and men, for that matter.
Yes, ma'am. And this, like you said, this is an eye-opener. And unfortunately, it wasn't forefront in the media as much as I think it should have been. But this is like a wake-up call that this does happen here in this country. You know, January is Human Trafficking Month, and specifically January 11th is Human Trafficking Day. The way that a trafficker grooms a child, and up on our website, SavedInAmerica.org, you can go and click on the 5 steps groom, which is an acronym for gain trust, require intoxication, operate from alienation of family and friends, open immorality, and money. And this is the way that these street gangs manipulate these children through social networking. And also, according to a study by Dr. Amy Carpenter from University of San Diego, which was released a couple years ago, it concludes that there is at least one gang recruiter in every public junior and high school in San Diego County. And what they do is they groom these kids to pull them out. So if we get a call from a parent and says, my child ran away, the parent really has no idea why the child ran away, because the answer is in the social networking. The answer is in this computer that we all carry. And that's basically how we find the child. We go back and do a matrix. And then with our special operators, we go and we do long-term surveillances and stakeouts until we locate the child, and then have law enforcement come in and recover the child.
Wow. And so, for our families who are at home watching, and should one need some more information, maybe they want to reach out to the organization, or maybe they want to step up and volunteer and help save the lives of these children. I know there's a number of websites that I see before me in my information, but is it SavedInAmerica.org? Is that one place to start?
Yes, Liz. And actually, this is very good for San Diego. And we do recoveries across the nation. Actually, we've done 5 operations in Las Vegas and multiple operations in different parts of the country. But our home base is here in San Diego County. So we started a new program. And if you go to the website, savedinamerica.org, you'll see Operation Child Saved Not Sold. And these are all the missing kids according to the National Center for Missing Exploited Children. There's 11 up there right now that you can see. And these are the children missing in San Diego County that our team right now is working on those cases. And we're going to continue this, and we're going to update it weekly. And we have a law enforcement liaison who's going to coordinate with the local police departments. For example, there is 9 missing children in the city of San Diego Police Department. There's a missing child, a 16-year-old, Escondido Police Department. And there's a missing 14-year-old in Oceanside. That the Oceanside Police Department has these cases. So we're going to up our game because most of these kids are foster kids. They have no parents. So, we're going to take responsibility for that, and we're going to find these children.
Well, we're going to continue to keep in touch with you, sir, as your mission continues, you and the rest of this all-volunteer force of former law enforcement, Navy SEALs, special operators who are licensed and insured, private investigators that are working to help save so many children out there. Thank you so much for making the time. We salute you as a former police detective and a Navy veteran who obviously continues to serve our country in a different capacity. Joseph Travers, thank you so much. Nice to have you on, and we'll be in touch soon.
Thank you, Liz, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.